this one is gonna be part 2 of the crazy fucking PC build, the crazy PC build that took up resources and time that were beyond any scope I could have predicted. But it's still nevertheless proven to be a workstation that's allowed me to edit and be more creative. So it was worth the investment. Again, as I said before, as I mentioned in the previous 2 videos, I am shooting off the Nokia X6, which is 4K. I am going to grade this video. I'm not necessarily happy with the color mix, but hey man, that's what software is for. And of course, I get to do it on my beautiful workstation, scenes of which we will cut to right now. So let's go check it out. Looking at the case that was bought secondhand, the most important things inside of the setup, if you look inside the case, are actually the processor and the graphics card, which I mentioned were absolutely the graphics card I mentioned earlier was absolutely massive. That thing, it needed a brand new case. The processor, which I did get on special at the time, that was a few months ago, because I bought it cross-border, I had to wait an extremely long time. But it did finally get here in one piece, even though the box was mangled as fuck. Looking at the condition of the box was not necessarily encouraging, but So the specs of the workstation are, so it's an Asus B360A Prime motherboard, which is encasing 8th generation i5 8600K, top of the range i5. I've seen in other videos that it actually can outperform 7th gen 7700K, so massive plus there. And on special, which I managed to get from EveTech during the Comic Con weekend, was a AMD Radeon RX 580 8GB graphics card. So the AMD itself is a mid-range card. It competes with the GeForce GTX 1060, but for me, because gaming is not really, it's not really high on my agenda. I mentioned it before, it's a bit of a side note. I need this workstation for editing. So after getting the graphics card, I did not realize my little I don't even know what to call this thing. It was a little television LCD kind of thing. I thought it was dope. But the native resolution was 720 x 1368p. So I needed a new monitor basically. Forgive me if I keep looking. It's actually plugged into the camera. I use it to plug into my DSLR, so it does still serve that particular function. So I had this thing hooked up to my previous computer case, which was a 2nd gen i5 2500. I thought I could just slap in a graphics card in there, but the instinctive purchase of the 8600K just led me to tumble down a whole list. So it was a processor first, and then it needed a new motherboard. Then I thought, hell, I need to buy a graphics card. And then once the graphics card was all installed, this little monitor could not keep up with all of the output that was coming from the card. So I needed a new monitor. Hence, I had to literally go broke in spending my money on the Dell 27-inch HD monitor. So this monitor from Dell was a particularly wise choice, I believe, because it does have AMD FreeSync. If you guys know what that is, some of you who don't, FreeSync basically allows the monitor to sync properly with the graphics card so that there's no real tearing if you're playing games and such. But it's also got a decently high, not the highest, but a decently high refresh rate. So it goes up to 75 Hertz. Most people want 60 as like your bare minimum. Professional gamers won't go anything under 144 Hertz, but for my purposes of just video editing, I think it's a good in-between, which caters to, it's good for video editing, and the screen is also very responsive if you just with the user interface or the operating system. But if you want to play games, it can keep up with that. I think it's got a 4 millisecond response time, which is, who's counting those like shaved off minutes anyway? Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this video and that you actually got to see my system, that we are up and running and we are taking this really seriously. I do hope to actually shoot more off this phone and perhaps get a gimbal for it, because I do believe the clarity is amazing. just building and growing bigger, better, stronger, faster for you guys, man. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe. Please don't forget to hit that bell icon on the top right of your screen so that you guys can get notifications, those of you who are coming past the channel. We appreciate every one of you who leaves a like and a comment, and especially those who subscribe. So yeah, we'll catch you in the next one. More phone reviews, more tech reviews, and more news in the world of mobile and e-commerce, guys. Stay tuned.